I need you. I'll keep you strong, I know, but I'll be scared to show myself. Don't let me go.
What's up, y'all? It's the Young Avell here, back at it with another video. Welcome to the Sunday sermon. We got an essential one here for you today. And this is one that I know that a majority of men in the developed world are dealing with. And this is the topic of porn addiction. I call it porn because I don't want to get this video to not get out there because I'm using the word, right? Porn is what we're talking about, and the addiction of it, and the necessity that it is for you to stay away from that as a man. I call it the screen because you're staring at the screen of your phone. You got to stay away from the screen. There's nothing good that comes from it. And it's one of the most prevalent addictions that we see nowadays, with the advent of technology, and it just destroys men. We've all been a victim of it. We've all been a victim of it for, I would say, some years now, ever since the advent of the cell phone, and even back in the day, LimeWire and all that. We've all been there. Let's keep it a bean. We've all been there. And it was only a few years ago where I really started to be like, dang, I really want to stop this. Like, I really want to get this out of my habitual tendencies. Because, first of all, it's so easy to cave. It's so easy because it's right. You have access to it at all times because you're always by your phone, most likely. And I knew that it was something that the next version of myself did not do. Like, the highest version of myself, I'm just simply not doing that. And, I would say for some time now, maybe over a year and a half, like, I don't remember the last time that I had used the screen, to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I engaged in the screen in that way. Don't get me wrong. I've had edging, we're being 100% honest here. I have edged, but not in a long time. Like, I've been making progress. I've been making progress to the point where, like, last year, year and a half type of thing, where I don't even remember the last time that I, pulled up the screen and in that way. And I don't have any urge to do that. But like I said, it took me a long time to get there. It took me years of battling that addiction. And it was kind of a slow incline, very slow incline. And I tell you, once you get on the other side of that and you replace that habit with positive habits, like, for example, I've replaced that habit with a host of other beneficial habits. For example, I journal a lot. I work on music. I meditate every day now. I'm in the gym. I go shoot around, basketball, hang out with friends, whatever the case may be. But the point is, I have things that occupy my time outside of that, because it is crucial that you stay away from idle time if you're in the beginning stages of overcoming this addiction, because it will grasp you in your moments of boredom and in your moments of weakness, where your mind kind of will talk to you. We've all been there. Our mind talks to us and says, yo, feel a little good right now. You deserve it. You've been working hard. Or you might be stressed and you might be going through something and you want a little bit of a release. But I promise you, there is a side to the screen that people do not talk about. And I'm talking, let's go deep. We're going to go deep. I'm talking about you opening up some portals, brother. You opening up portals. Let me let you know why I say this, right? In the recent years where I've been battling, right, I would find that whenever I would engage in the screen, and I would go all the way, whenever I would sleep at night, I would have some sort of dream where I felt like something was like on me, or like attacking me, or trying to, not physically attacking me, but trying to elicit the fear response out of me, as if it was for example, I'll be in a dream, and then on the other side of that door, I would feel that sense of fear, like there's something on the other side of the door, and I would open the door and it would like come at me super fast, and I feel that hot wave of fear, and it would wake me up. Some instances I would hear voices right, like breath right here. One time I got some blue in my ear, and it always would happen after I would engage with the screen. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one that is that is I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that happens to. And so what I'm thinking happens is that you lower your vibration such that you become accessible to, invisible entities. We all know we're here. We're not alone. You should know that by now, especially if you're on this channel. We are, apex, top of the line, evolution. So we know that we're not alone, and these beings most of the time are interdimensional. And so you make yourself accessible to those types of beings. Let's keep it a being, and you don't want to do that. There's nothing to be afraid of. This is life. You can simply banish them. You can pray them away, whatever. I'd use prayer, and it always works. I have been actually wishing them well, like, I hope you find actually the light, because you're not really, you can't affect me, you can't do nothing to me, really. So I've taken it a step further in those times in the past where they've come, and you don't want to put yourself in that position. You don't want to put yourself in that position. You want to be on the other side, because let's be honest, the highest version of you is just simply not doing that. And when you stop doing that, you open up your time and you get to engage in activities that are representative of the highest version of yourself. Because I remember thinking about that. Like, I remember thinking, man, the other version of myself does not do this. And you always want to have some sort of thing that you're doing where you can aim upward. You always want to have some sort of goal in front of you. You want to have this kind of call to adventure, and you want to aim upward when it comes to that. And this is a very easy goal to stay away from, because it afflicts a lot of guys. And if you overcome that, you are aiming upward. And what you want to do is you want to continuously remind yourself of your fundamental goal, which is to get better, which is to pull out that best version of yourself. You have to continuously remind yourself to do that, and then let go of everything else that isn't appropriate on that path. And the screen is one of those things, because now that I don't do that, I have so much more energy to actually engage with the world, engage with women, and it's just easier for me. It just feels more natural, because I'm dealing with women in the natural world, in the real world. And staying away from the screen is part of. And let's be honest, there's been times, I'm sure, where you've gone out in public right after the screen, and you can almost feel like you have a veil of shame over you. You don't have to worry about that when you're not on the screen. You can engage and enjoy, and you have a lot of energy to play with in the real world, because this is how it's supposed to be. You are supposed to engage with the world in that way. You're supposed to have energy to engage with the world. And trust me, women will pick up on that. Women can pick up on that type of stuff, the way you carry yourself. And they're more evolved to pick up subtle social cues, because they are the weaker physical gender. So they have to source and select. They have these little ways to do that. That's just part of their nature. So they can suss out things within men, So it just behooves you to be that way. It behooves you to really work on that addiction and stay away from it, period. Stay away from, don't even do a streak, I mean, you could start off like a streak, but you have to get your point. You have to get yourself to a point where you're just totally not doing it, because on the other side of that is the highest version of yourself. And now we're talking about your own development, your highest development. And we're moving from dealing with addiction to a sort of enlightened responsibility. Jordan Peterson says it's great. greatly. He's like, you don't want to do things in terms of like mindless obedience. Like, I don't want to just self-develop mindlessly. I want to kind of look at my self-development in terms of enlightened responsibility, because that is how you bring that adventure to life. That is how you take the sometimes monotony of life and you kind of put yourself in the driver's seat in terms of, this is my life. I'm the hero of my story. This is my adventure. And I'm taking a sort of enlightened responsibility on the only thing you can take responsibility for, which is yourself. So, little quick Sunday sermon. I hope you guys are pushing on the path. It is difficult. It is hard. It is not easy. I'm not perfect. But I will never quit. I will never stop. I will continue to bring about the best version of myself, and I hope you do the same. So I hope y'all have been doing well. I wish y'all the best. Many blessings to you guys. I love you guys. The full moon has passed, but we're in retrograde now. So just be vigilant, relax a little bit the next 3 weeks. Take your time, align with the flow of life. Make sure you share, like, comment, and subscribe. I love engaging with you guys in the comments. It's so great. You guys are awesome. So definitely leave some love. And like I always say, guys, remember, until next time, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection. Peace.